Hi everybody. About a month ago I received this in the mail. It's an NRI 66 tube tester. Look at the box, it's in very good shape. The whole unit is in very good shape. My understanding it's the same electrically as a Triplett 2413. I think I have that model number right. And I haven't unboxed it yet. This is just a slideshow of the images from eBay of the unit. Look how unscratched this thing is. It looks like it's hardly even ever been used. The sockets should be in terrific shape. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and start unboxing it. This tube tester came from Denver, Colorado in this box. You gotta love this box. Look at this. It's just perfect. It says, "Don't drop, handle like eggs." And it's some kind of Chick-fil-A Inc. Conagra Foods. You'd think it was eggs or something, but it's not. If you look right here, I don't know if you can read this, but it says hash browns. So, hash browns. I don't know what's so delicate about hash browns, but it works for this box. So let's start opening it up. Alright, keep your fingers crossed. The box is in good shape. The meter, I would imagine, is pretty tough. And as you can see, I've never opened this. It's all new to me too. Let's go find out together. Proverbial messy peanuts. Give me a second to handle this. Well, that should pretty well take care of that mess. Hopefully there won't be too many peanuts going all over the place now. As you can tell, it's surrounded by peanuts right here. And so I would assume it's in pretty good shape. And it looks just about perfect. And of course, a few fell on the floor anyways. Clean that up later. Alright. I really got a good feeling about this unit because by the pictures on the eBay, I mean, if you, the only scratch I saw was by the serial number. This, whoever had it must have never even used it. It's like you go down the store, you pick it up, you bring it home, and it's brand new. We'll soon find out. Would you look at this? Have you ever seen a unit this old in this kind of shape? I mean, wow. Even the leather handle. Look at this. Not a crack. Completely flexible. I don't know how he stored it. He must have stored it in a temperature controlled environment and just tucked away forever. This thing is in fantastic shape. It doesn't sit flat. I can see why. It needs 1 foot. Hardly a big deal. Matter of fact, it could even be in the box. I'll take a look for that later. It could have fallen off inside the box, but hey, Matter of fact, I could probably sacrifice this one if I couldn't find an exact replacement, because even if I stand it up here, this should support the weight, and this is only the cover. So I could take that off there. They look like they're riveted on though, and put it on here. But hey, man, let's open it up. Wow. Wow. This thing is like new. Comes in a little bag. I suppose that's for the cord, so it doesn't muck up everything. Yep. And this is for the grid. The rubber on here is perfect shape too. And would you look at that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I've never ever seen a unit like this in this kind of shape. If you can see this here, it says National Radio Institute. This must be the original card sent to the original owner, and his name was Mr. Glenn, well, I won't give you the last name, but from Leadville, Colorado. And this was back, there's a date here, May 22nd, 1950. I hope this stays in focus, but as you can see. So, this is from 1950, I would imagine. And so it's 61 years old. Is a line test. This is the instruction manual. Operating instructions. Operating instructions. Well, they have the two types. We have just two copies here. Exactly the same thing. We'll store one away for safekeeping and use the other one. Now, if anybody has a tube tester like this and wants a copy of this, please just let me know and I can scan it and send it to you by email or whatever. In fact, I might scan this and put it on my Flickr videos. You'll see the link on my front page for videos, and I think I will scan this and make it available to you if you want it. Now I'm going to take the camera off the tripod so you can see the unit better. You're not going to believe the close-ups on this thing. I mean, this thing is like maybe used once, maybe never used. I don't know. It's just crazy. All right, hold on a second. I'll take the tripod out. Camera off the tripod. Hold it. Okay, the camera's off the tripod, and I have a close-up here. Hope it stays in focus. This camera's pretty good for staying in focus, so hopefully you can see all this. But as you can see, look at this. Look at the cover. Look at the inside of the cover. Not even a scratch. Look at the tube sockets. Unbelievable. This is the meter. Tube sockets. When I saw this on eBay, even though I wanted a mutual conductance tube tester like the military I-177, the prices are just ridiculous. And I know someone who owns a military surplus store here, sells electronic equipment all around the world, and he's close by and he has one. So I can't see spending $200-300 for a mutual conductance tube tester, when if I'm testing tubes for a push-pull amplifier or something, I can just run down there in 10 minutes and have it tested. And I just need a go, no-go test, and this should more than do the trick for me. Now, one thing I won't do, even though it's probably hardly ever been used, and it seems almost silly, but it's not, because as you know as well as I do, capacitors, even if they've been sitting and not been used, will go bad. So the first thing I will do is take this thing apart, find out what kind of capacitors it needs, and just replace them all. And I might look at the resistors too and see if any of them are out of spec. They usually drift with age a little bit higher in resistance. But in a case like this, where this thing I don't think has ever been used or used a couple times, I might check them real quick with the with my voltometer. But I have a feeling that they're not going to be bad, but I may be wrong. But I'll check them anyways. But the capacitors have to go. So that'll be the first thing I'll do. I'll order them through Mauser, and I'm going to combine an order to reduce shipping too, because I also have a capacitor checker that I'm replacing all the capacitors in too. So that'll be my next step. I guess the next thing we'll do as far as this video goes is actually disassembling the unit and see what it looks like on the inside.